Got it.
So, can you start with like introducing yourself?
Course. So my name is Fanny Galore. I'm from Essex, originally from Norfolk, and I'm a gorgeous Fanny.
So I want to ask you, how was your experience starting your drag career? What was the hard times and the good times?
Okay, so I started doing drag maybe 10 years ago now. Originally, I was a professional dancer, and I just got into it by there used to be a stage newspaper where there would be adverts for like musicals and auditions and things, and I just went along to one of those, and it was a venue in London called the Globe Restaurant, and they wanted trained dancers and singers to put a troupe together. So I just fell into it really like that, and then when I stopped my dancing career, Fanny just started to get more work and stuff. And then obviously throughout the pandemic, that was tough because all my gigs, my live things, I couldn't do it. So I started doing Zoom quizzes, and I did a Facebook quiz, and I was able to do more stuff like that. But it's really difficult because the sort of acts that I need to be, and get the emotion and the response instantly from the audience. But with Zoom, it's like those few seconds, so they're like, oh yeah. So that was difficult. And then obviously when you're allowed to go back into the world and do shows, and then obviously to get that uncertainty again, it's difficult. And if that's your main source of income, then it's tough. So it's been tough last couple of years, but lucky enough, hopefully, fingers crossed, Fanny's coming through.
Yeah. And did you ever feel scared while starting a drag career that you would get judged, or that you'd lose some friends, something like that?
I the only time I thought I would get judged, funny enough, my parents are very liberal and open. But when I met my now partner, my husband, his family are a little bit different, and I didn't want them to know at first because I thought, I don't know what their reaction is. It's when you find your first partner, and I was Mikey's first partner, it's enough to bring home your first partner to then turn around and say, oh, by the way, he dresses up in women's clothes for money. So it wasn't like I felt like I suppose I did think I'd be judged. I thought, maybe it's better to go down the line of I'm an entertainer, and then when I felt comfortable. So I think that's what we didn't sort of burst out and say it. But then when I started doing more gigs, and they came to see me, I've never had any animosity where I felt ashamed or scared to go out. It's just a nervous excitement feeling. But I haven't ever had any bad instances from anyone, or a crowd or an audience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And what do you wish to see more of when it comes to drag in the media?
I think now it's becoming more, it's so popular, and the majority of my gigs, which I do, are women that are coming along. So it's not necessarily just there's a big, not an old drag queen in the north of England that's 80 years old and been doing the same stuff. It's more diverse. People can pick and choose what they see, but the spectrum has broadened and widened, and there's a lot more. It's becoming more mainstream with stuff on TV, obviously, like RuPaul's Drag Race, and there's loads of spin-off shows from that. And now that it's on BBC as well, it's almost, like years ago, you would have never have got that on the BBC, and now they're doing same-sex couples in Strictly Come Dancing. And so it's just, for a young boy or girl watching those sort of shows and seeing that it's okay, you know, if it's going to help them to either come out or express themselves in a way that they've felt repressed, then I think it's only a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Have
Yeah.
you ever dressed up in drag?
No.
Because loads of women want to do it.
Yeah.
They're literally like, oh my god, I want to get dressed up, I want to do the wigs and everything, and it's becoming more because the first on RuPaul's Drag Race there was a female contestant in the last UK one. She didn't make it through far enough because she hurt herself, but it was a woman, and at first I thought, I don't know how I feel about this, because she's got all the attributes already. She doesn't have to, you know, I've got no tits or arse or whatever. So, but then when you watch it, it's an art form. So, you know, if we're sort of saying, oh no, you can't be included, then it's almost saying how I felt being gay and being not inclusive. So I think it's only going to get better with time, and fingers crossed there'll be more shows on mainstream TV and radio and theatre.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So
Yeah.
for any young adults struggling with their sexual identity and how they want to express themselves, maybe feeling a bit scared or lonely, what would you say to them?
I would just say, always confide in someone. There's always something, even if it's a helpline or a chat line, or going on, you know, and chatting to someone and asking for help. Don't be scared. That first step, the initial step, is the scariest bit. But once you've done it, then it's almost like, oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't hard at all. And also, like for like the allies as well. It's knowing, because someone said to me the other day, oh, I think my grandson is gay, I'm going to ask him. And I said, I don't think you should blatantly come out and say, are you gay? Do it in a different way, you know, and learn. And it's for everyone to know and nurture and help the youth and the young, because, you know, it's scary enough being a teenager anyway, let alone having to, if you're trans or gay or lesbian, bi or anything, it's scary enough at that time. I remember when I was at school, just being a 13-year-old and, you know, going to high school, that was a big thing. So we've got to be more patient and accepting, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
For us students making a film including drag and some questions about identity, what would you say you would appreciate us including, or how do you wish to see people talk about these themes?
I just want it to be like, it's not a big thing. Like
Yeah.
to me, it's not a big thing. Like, and sometimes when I do events, like I did one on Friday, and I do a meet and greet at the beginning and say hello to the customers as they come in. And then one of them, the wives, came back and she said, oh, don't go near my husband. He really doesn't like it. And I thought, well, why are you here? Why have you come here? And B, I thought, oh God, now you've said it, I'm going to go over and do something, because it's like a red rag to a bull. But it's knowing that just because I'm gay, I don't fancy every man. Do you know what I mean? And just because I'm a drag queen, I'm not. There's loads of different, like, there's some bitchy queens, there's some bitchy women, bitchy men. You know, everyone's different. I just think it needs to be taken as on face value, and just it's done. It's fun. My act and drag is fun, and it's showing expression. So I just think, you know, eventually I just want it to seem like it's not a massive thing. Yeah. I'm not like I'm going into my local supermarket and shopping in this. It's a job, and I'm just, you know, I'm Fanny Galore, and then, well, my partner and my friends know, as soon as I finish, I'm not like, get it off. You know, I don't want to see it. I've got a room at home where it's just my wigs and my drag stuff. So, you know, I shut that room, and then when I'm working, I'm Fanny, and when I'm not, I'm Craig, and I'm me. So
yeah,
did that answer that in a roundabout way?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had
Yeah.
a nice little chat, and I want to thank you for joining us today. So nice.
Thank you. It's been my absolute pleasure, and good luck with the film and everything.
Thank you.